You are looking live at Bridgewater Sports Arena in Bridgewater, New Jersey, where the New Jersey Rockets U19 AA girls are getting set to take on the Little Flyers from Philadelphia. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo here bringing it to you on the live stream on Rizzo Vision, or if you're watching on demand, we're glad that you have joined us from all parts of the country or the world or even just the local areas. Rockets and the Little Flyers played recently in the AGHF MLK tournament. They battled in the preliminary round and the Little Flyers won that game 5-2. And in the semifinals, the Rockets jumped to a 2-0 lead, and the Little Flyers rallied back with 3 goals in the second period to grab a 3-2 lead and hold on for a 3-2 victory. So of recent vintage, they've played competitive games, and the 5-2 game was also about as competitive as the 3-2 game. There were a couple of, go back and watch that one, there were a couple of fluky breaks and goals that went the Flyers' way there, but both were tightly contested. Rockets in their home white jerseys in their alternate home rink of Bridgewater Sports Arena. In the past, Rockets teams on the girls' end have played here more. This season maybe is one of just a couple so far, and in the red rink, I don't even think we've been here for the entirety of the season. So it's good to be back in a little bit of a different home with a little bit of a different setting, but all the great hockey to go with it here on a Saturday night on the week in between the NFL Championship weekend games and the Super Bowl. And of course, we know a lot of you watching from the Little Flyers side are big Philadelphia Eagles fans, and you're probably excited to have hockey games that don't coincide with the Super Bowl appearance of your team. And we might have some Rockets supporters that also are rooting for the Eagles or the Chiefs, but that is a side theme, and for now, we will put it aside and we will tell you a little bit about both clubs. As we said, the Rockets have the white jerseys on. They are on your YouTube left. Arialis Markland will be guarding the goal to your YouTube left, number 2. You will see her patriate that crease shortly after the coach speeches over here. The base white jerseys have black numerals outlined in red. There's a black stripe that goes all the way from the back to the front of the Rockets jerseys, and they also have the word Rockets written on the front of their jerseys with a Rocket logo on the front. They have black pants, white socks with a thick black stripe, and a little Rocket logo on the front by the shin pads. The Little Flyers have the road charcoal accented in black, black across the top, orange numerals outlined in black, orange nameplates, black pants, charcoal socks, and on the socks, which are also charcoal, they have a thick orange stripe. Nieves on the dot, Rodriguez on the right wing, Rizzo on the left wing, Redmond on right D, Matone on left D. Liftoff, period 1, the Rockets and the Little Flyers. Rizzo comes in, dumps it on the left side, and Otto will go battle to pick it up, but Nieves got there first. Rizzo trying to shovel it to Rodriguez, who gets the shot on quickly, and there is the first save. I actually was looking down, and I didn't see which goalie they put in, but I think it is Alex Erdman. Erdman, number 27, and her sister is number 19, Adriana. Be calling the name Erdman probably an awful lot in this game, as we have in previous games. Rockets try to shovel it in. Otto's going to pick it up and move it to the near side, looking for Vukovic to make a move. Kira Otto will get it in over the line on the far side to Beatty. Beatty fires it toward the net, but it never gets all the way there. Vukovic is going to try to pick it up. She's got the white helmet, number 8, and she finds somebody streaking down the middle. There's a shot. Markland saw it all the way and was able to steer it aside. Calci was the one who got the shot off as she was streaking in. Rodriguez caught Erdman on the change. Rizzo came in, looked like she was onside, but they called her offside right there. So the first whistle and a stoppage of play with 15:59 left in period one. No score. The Rockets and the Little Flyers just underway from Bridgewater Sports Arena. They call it RSG Arena at Bridgewater, but we all call it BSA. Sent in, and it goes around the end line. Now moved up toward the middle, and goes up to Grace Ulrich. Ulrich looking, trying to move it toward the middle, sends it to herself, comes up the near side wing, moved up and out. Toledo is there. It looked like it was offside, and it is. Face off right in front of you. Same group out there. Bruno tries to keep it into neutral ice, but it's brought in. Wrist shot goes wide, and it comes to the far corner. Menachillo chips it up, gets it out of the zone. Had a little interference step there, but was able to negotiate it out. It comes to Bruno, knocks it down with the body. Wrist shot. Markland saw it all the way. It handcuffed her a little bit. It goes to the ice, and she covers it up with Lily Latour in front of her, standing sentry to make sure none of the Little Flyers were there. And the Rockets send out Landstrom, Connolly, and Cook up front. Redmond on D with Matone. Capecci sends it around the boards for Steck. Rogers turns it and reverses it. That's Capecci. Now Steck got there first, battled with two Rockets. Landstrom pinning the player in with the body. That's legal as long as the puck is there. Centering attempt is knocked away by the feet of Matone. Worked around by Capecci. Tries to get it out front. Shots are just blunted and blocked by Rocket sticks as they try to hold the fort. Rogers sent it wide. Redmond's going to pick it up for the Rockets. Look for open spots. Rogers knocked down the clearing attempt that was intended for, and there's a stick that goes flying. Puck's loose in front, backhand, Markland, safe rebound. Oh, she couldn't put it on her stick. And there's some pushing and shoving right there, and looks like maybe both are going to go. Katie Smiley was the one that had it, and if she was able to put that on the forehand part of her stick, this game would be 1-0, but she couldn't corral it. So they give Redmond the only penalty there. There was a clear dust-up between the two of them. The initiator, you could argue that one either way, depending on which color of laundry for which you are rooting. But the Rockets shorthanded now for the first time. There's a rebound and a goal. Vukulik with a power play goal. Laura Vukulik with the long reach, number 8, gets the left-handed stick on it, and on the rebound puts it in. So Kira Redmond in the box for a very, very short time, and Laura Vukulik on the Little Flyers' 4th shot of the game converts and makes it 1-0. So not the start the Rockets were looking for at all, and they're just in a crazy run of penalties that are sort of on the border, just seem to constantly go against them. Centering feed, one-timer by Nieves, and it was knocked away on the one-timer by Perrin. Olivia Perrin, and Rizzo now fighting for it in the front as the puck is battled for on the near side corner with Nieves and Rodriguez over there. Rizzo tied up. There's a lot of stick work going on over there. The referee watching it from back on the left, and finally it's blown dead for no action. An old school freezing of the puck. if you watched hockey, if you're old enough, like some of us, or some of you are, you had to watch it in up until about the mid to late 70s, maybe just the mid 70s. And the game was much slower at the NHL level back then, but very often what you would see is two players against the boards with a puck there, and they would just keep the puck between their skates, and they would call it a frozen puck, and they would have a face-off. It doesn't happen very often, but on occasion it does. Menichello was looking to center it, but couldn't get it through the grasp of Conway. Sent down, it's going to be an icing, although a lot of players were giving chase. That puck sent over the line, just about a foot short. Rockets will face it off to the circle to the right of Alex Erdman, the goaltender. Erdman versus Markland. Bruno didn't have a shooting lane, so she goes back down to Ulrich. Grace Ulrich in the corner gets it taken away. It comes to the breakout spot, and the Rockets retreat. Otherwise, it would have been a 3-on-2. It's a 2-on-2. And Hahn gets it taken away. And here comes Menichello. She's got Hansen with her. Hope Menichello gains the zone on the right wing, has Hansen and Ulrich with her. Comes to the middle, gets down low, wrist shot, big save by Erdman. She got the blocker on it, but Menichello about an inch away from tying this one up. She got a little room there because the Rockets' other two forwards held their lane. They were split apart, not bunching up as they crossed in. Little Flyers gain the zone and looking for it on the far side, battling for it in the corner. A group of players, Rogers among them for the Flyers. Landstrom now jumps in. Redmond's over there, gets shaken off and goes down. It's like Calci was over there. Wrist shot through traffic. It goes wide. 11:35 left, period one. Little Flyers 1, Rockets nothing. It was a power play goal, a very quick power play. Redmond got into the box on a call that looked like it probably should have been evened up, but she took the brunt of it, and the Rockets ended up paying the price. Connolly takes a fall over there. She took a spill. She's okay. Landstrom gains the line of center, sends it in off of Perrin's stick. Perrin's going to try to fire it around the boards. She does. Let's see if she gets it all the way out. She doesn't. Cook was there. Perrin will get another shot at it, but sends it to the point. Matone over to Landstrom, sends it down low. Nieves has jumped out there now. It was not Landstrom, it was Cook rather. So Nieves at the moment with Cook and Connolly. That means the center changed, but the wings haven't had a chance to do so yet. Nieves will pick this one up. Connolly is going to try to gain the line of center or send it in gingerly enough so there's no icing. She sent it into traffic, but it did the job. Rizzo puts pressure, tries to force the turnover. Eventually Jacobus grabs it. Oh, she was 1-on-2, and PJ Jacobus was able to make that play. Little Flyers dump it in with 10:13 left in period one, and the Little Flyers holding them 1-0 lead. Wrist shot in the slot right there. That was the other Erdman, the non-goalie, who got it at Markland, who made the blocker save. This one knocked down with a glove. No hand pass called because Rodriguez was one to touch it. Vukovic sends it in, tries to chase. She'll see if she can battle Jacobus for it. It comes to the near side wing at the half boards. Rodriguez, Jacobus. Beattie walks out with it, gets it on net, but Markland rebuffs it with the right pad. Chipped forward, but Vukovic, again with the long reach, gets there just a moment before. There's a big hook and a trip and no call. Beattie looked like she just completely hauled down Jacobus right there. No whistle. Rodriguez battling at the point, will get it out. Here comes Nieves with Rizzo, 2-on-1. Nieves up the right wing, shoots, glove save, and she holds on. They scored in the last game between these teams on a near identical play. Nieves fired the shot, this time instead of on the glove side, this time on the glove side. Last time she fired it, it was ticketed for the left side of the net. Erdman kicked out the right pad to get it. Rizzo gathered the rebound in that same spot that she was and put it into the net. This time no such luck as Erdman makes the save with the glove and leaves no rebound. Little Flyers try to break it out the hard way, right up the middle. Deletto will get there and send it to herself. Kayla Deletto. Rockets move it up. Hansen looking for Menichello. Conway is back there, uses her defense partner Otto, and they will negotiate it up but not out as Hansen got a skate on it. Menichello hard on the forecheck, looking to steal it away. It comes to the point and it goes out. Bruno will use Latour as her defense partner and safety valve. Chipped up and just ping-ponging in the neutral zone here. Sent all the way back on an errant pass, so let's see if the Rockets can put pressure and capitalize a little bit on a mistake. They are able to send it up to Deletto. Deletto with the pass over to the far side. Calci, wrist shot, shrugged down, swept away in front. Menichello's going to pick it up. She's 2-on-2 with Hansen, but Hansen also is at the end of the shift. Wrist shot, save, no rebound, and the Rockets will take that. They can make the change right there and have an offensive zone draw with 8:01 left in period one, and the Little Flyers holding a 1-0 lead. Landstrom on the dot, Cook in the slot, Connolly on the near side wing. Little Flyers win the faceoff. Capecci won it. They have possession, but they don't have it out of the zone. Now they do. But Steck couldn't get loose on the lead, to use a horse racing term, and they will try to negotiate the puck in. Connolly interrupts that plan. Redmond snuffs it completely, and Matone sends it up on the near side. Cook knocked it down with the stick, so she prevented the icing because she was over the center line, and the Rockets will try to battle for the puck on the far side board. It's sent down a little too strong for Rogers, who outraces it to the line and keeps it from being an icing. There's going to be a penalty here. Let's see who it's going to be on. It's going to be on the Rockets, and let's see what the call is. It looks like it's going to be a hook, and they are going to call it on Kira Redmond, and another call. I can't say I saw it happen, and well, if you get to hear a lot of the games, you probably could guess which side I'm on, but when it comes to calling it, I'll tell you what I think is fair and not fair, and I just simply didn't see anything of the like up there. So, Rockets in the box here for the second time. The first time the Little Flyers scored in the sequence immediately following the faceoff. Let's see if the Rockets can do a little better here on the penalty kill. Nieves and Rodriguez up front. Fox and Jacobus, the defense pair. Rogers trying to establish position in the corner, comes to Conway at the point. Conway goes back down to the half boards and back up to Conway. Knocked away by Fox. There's a little room over there. Fox had to sell out to try to get to it, and Rodriguez is going to chip it out of the zone, and she stepped into Capecci, who was right in front of her with the puck there. Centering feed goes all the way out. Jacobus is going to have to chase it down, but Rogers has 2 steps on her. Rogers curls, tries to come at the net, and Jacobus sells out to make the shot. Not a good one. Still with possession, though. The Little Flyers set up in the offensive zone. Abby Rogers, 98. She scored in the last game between these teams. Conway through traffic. It gets all the way through. Rogers couldn't redirect it in. Centering feed goes all the way to the net. Not really a shot, but it did get through. It comes up and it will go out. This wouldn't be an icing. Conway has to retreat. Little Flyers are going to change a few. That's going to be an icing on the power play. So the Rockets kill off the first 121 of the power play. And they have 39 seconds left to kill off. They will do it up front with Grace Ulrich and Luisa Rizzo, and Aaron Bruno in the right point for now. An offensive zone draw while shorthanded, and Lily Latour between the points as the other defenseman. Clean win by Smiley over to Otto, but Rizzo tried to interrupt what they were doing and did for a moment. Anytime you could force the breakout to be inefficient. That one sent all the way down. Rockets don't get the icing because Markland had to play it. Latour takes a spill over there, courtesy of Smiley. Rizzo gets a piece. Can she get it out? She had to stretch out to try to get it and got the stick lifted from behind by Beatty. Beatty trying to curl. Bruno getting hooked there. Bruno was getting hooked. They didn't call it. The stick was, he's going to call it. They're going to call the hook. So Bruno drew the penalty right there. It was the ref that was down and to my right. I'm looking at the play. I did not see the referee who's over there raise the hand to call the hook, but he did see Beatty with the infraction. Amanda Beatty goes in the box for 2 minutes with 2 seconds left on the penalty to Kira Redmond for a similarly called infraction. So 4-on-4 at the face-off. And then the Rockets will have a power play of 1:58, hopefully shorter than that. And they don't say that face-off was not in the offensive zone. Penalty's over. Menachillo jumps out. So Menachillo with Hansen and Ulrich up front. Comes to the near side wall. Hansen's going to get it and move it into the zone. Menachillo will walk in to the slot. Wrist shot, didn't get a lot on it. Erdman steered it away from traffic. Kept in on the side of the left circle by Matone. Menachillo jumping in there at the point, keeps it in. Deletto tries to send it down low, but it goes to Hansen, who was anticipating the pass. Ulrich looking to get it to the point, gets it between the points. Latour steps through, couldn't handle it cleanly, and she wisely just walks it out. Handcuffed Matone there, and Deletto is going to walk in. Deletto still has it, but Latour's trying to steer her off. There was a little stick work going on up there, but the Rockets will break out. Hansen, feather pass to Menachillo. Menachillo bearing down. Menachillo leaves it for Hansen. Hansen trying to pick it up, knocks Hahn down. Her Hahn was spun around, and Hansen shrugged her off. And we see that type of play often with the Rockets, who have a lot of stout, strong players. And too many times they're called for penalties that are legal plays like that. So there's no checking allowed in this or any level of girls hockey or women's hockey. But contact is allowed, and if two players are already contacted, you can by all means use your body to push and shove and get the other player down. That's totally legal. And that's what happened there. Comes up to the point. Rockets with 23 seconds on the power play here. And then Amanda Beatty will exit the box if the Rockets don't score. They still have time for another rush, down to 15. Sent offline. Kira Otto breaks in, shorthanded. Runs into a trio of Rockets, chipped up by Matone. Let's see if that puck will die on its end. If it doesn't, it's an icing. So Beatty is able to get out of the box as the penalty expires in the same second as the whistle blows. Both teams will change it up. 3:11 left, period one. Little Flyers 1. Rockets looking to get on the board. 10-4 the shots. Regina and Bob doing the scoring and scoreboard operation for us tonight, and we thank them. Rockets win the face-off. Jacobus has to fight for it, the possession of it. Capecci picks it up, sends it up to the top of the circle. Rodriguez picked it off. Rizzo's trying to get behind the D, but Conway, 13 for 13, was able to mark her. Conway shoves Rizzo down off the play. Somebody lost a neck guard that's sitting on the ice in between the points. The referee's trying to cheat in to see if he can pick it up at some point as Rizzo battles for it below the end line, along with Nieves. Rodriguez now is going to try to join the fray and see if she could fish a puck out of there. It's a scrum. It's not rugby. They happen in hockey. It comes out in front. knocked away as Fox came all the way down and Rogers was looking to run away. Jacobus through traffic, knocked down. She doesn't see it, and now she does. Oh, Rizzo was looking to pick it off. Rizzo's got the neck guard over there. She's the one who lost it. And the referee just, Rizzo's trying to get it. And she does get the neck guard. She'll put that one back on. A very important piece of equipment. 2:17 left, period 1. Little Flyers have been very good on the face-off. Hansen picked it off as she and Menichello converted the trap as Erdman was trying to work it up through the middle. Over to Vukovic, here she is. She has the goal, it was a power play goal, sent it to open space. Beattie picks it up, sends it wide of the net. Rockets will regain possession. Hansen looking for Menichello, finds her, she's one-on-one with Perrin. Menichello comes in, gets down low, gets low, shot, saved with the blocker, tries the wraparound. It's a pass that ends up going all the way through. This is not an icing. That was off of the stick of Hope Menichello. She was trying to center it or find somebody streaking down the middle. With 94 seconds left in period 1. The Rockets trailing 1-0, and they've had a couple of opportunities here, maybe to tie it. Ulrich picks it off. Ulrich's gonna rush out. It's a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Ulrich gains the line, looking for somebody in the middle. Maybe Hansen. Vukolic's gonna pick it up as it hit a bunch of skates. Sends it forward. Beattie gains the line of center, fires it in, and allows her team to change. Redmond's gonna pick it up, try to chip it past Hahn. Hahn battles for it, but can't win the battle. Rockets chip it up. Menichello, same thing. On the middle, she comes down low, goes to the backhand, shoveled in front, it's loose. Erdman covers it up before Hansen could get in there. 52.6 seconds left in period 1, and Hope Menichello has had a couple of chances one-on-one. The Rockets here in the last 30 seconds pile 3 shots on goal, and they'll have an offensive zone draw. Landstrom on the dot, Cook in the slot, Connolly on the near side wing. The wings play in the higher arc of the circle, so if the puck goes there, they might have a chance. It went right through Connolly's wickets right there. She was in the right place, it didn't work out. Deletto comes in, down low, centering, gets it on the right side, and they score! So they worked the play right off the face-off, and the Little Flyers with one of those dagger-type goals, the ones that if you're defending, you absolutely don't want one in the first minute of the period or the last minute of the period, and the Little Flyers get it. Jenna Calci converts the 2-on-1 off the pass from Kayla Deletto, and it's 2-0 Little Flyers. So the last time they met, the Rockets were the ones that had a 2-0 lead in the first. Let's see if they can turn it around here and do the reverse. That one, for some reason, he called no icing, but the player was 4 feet behind center. Redmond gets tied up there against the boards, gets a little help from Landstrom, who looks and finds Cook. Cook chips it out past Perrin. It's in neutral ice. The Little Flyers have one more chance here with 8 seconds. Deletto trying to center it again, seeing who's in front. It's Calci again. That'll expire the period. So not the period the Rockets were looking for on a Saturday night. They came out and had some early chances. They got a power play against them just over 3 minutes into the game. And on the sequence after that face-off, Lauren Vukovic put one into the net for a 1-0 lead. And then Jenna Calci scored with 41 seconds left at even strength in period 1. And you have the score that you can see on the board right now, 2-0 Little Flyers after 1. Shots are 7-11, open all night. Why do they have locks on the doors if they're open 24 hours? I don't know. But we're glad that you are joining us on this Saturday evening. Rockets will be in action on Sunday. If you're watching it on the live stream, you could schedule that out, 3:15 at Rock Ice against the Lehigh Valley Phantoms, who provide great opposition always. As live streamer, cameraman, play-by-play guy, color analyst, and that's quite a few hats sometimes. So occasionally you might get, typically between periods if it happens, you might get a little silence when you could hear the ambiance of the venue in which we are playing the games, and that's because we get notes sometimes, and we like to make sure that when we get those notes from those in attendance, that it's acceptable for air. And in this case it was. So I stepped away to get a note from somebody, and we'll move on with the broadcast. Alex Erdman defends the goal to your YouTube left. Arialis Markland to the right. Liftoff, period 2. Nieves at center with Rodriguez and Rizzo up front. Jacobus and Fox on defense. Rockets playing with 3 forward lines and 3 defense pairs. That's plenty of depth. Rizzo gets it, has the neck guard repatriated, comes in, fires it around the boards on the far side. Rodriguez is going to try to pick it up there. There's a scrum. Jacobus pinches in. She's got a little bit of time to get back, and she's got Fox playing safety, so it's a 2-on-2. Centering feed. Fox knocked it away before Steck could get there. And it's chipped off the boards by Nieves. Rodriguez has it. She's going to gain the line of center. She's going to come in on side with Rizzo on the far wing. Those 2 or 4 will change. Rizzo on the forecheck there was trying to pick Erdman's pocket but couldn't quite do it. That's Adriana Erdman. Latour sends it out. Erdman ignores that. Wow, that's an icing. Erdman looked like she could have played that puck, and she just ignored it and let it go down, and they give her the benefit of the icing. So, Little Flyers with the offensive zone draw. Just underway in period 2, and the Little Flyers with a goal just over 3 minutes in, and one with 41 seconds left in the first period, hold a 2-0 lead over the Rockets. Hansen trying to send it off the boards on the far side. Now chips it up for Ulrich, who was trying to either gather it or leave it for Menichello. Erdman jumps in, and she will bring it all the way through the middle, regains it after losing it, comes down low. Latour picks it up. Latour banks it off the boards, maybe to herself. Vukovic got spun around in the phone booth there. Latour jumps in, was stepped into there by Smiley. No call. Menichello back checking to make sure Vukovic can't get moving. Hansen at the center line moves it forward, but not deep. Beattie near side wing gets her pass blocked by Menichello. Hansen pushes her all the way, makes her go all the way around to the far side. Beattie still with it. Wrist shot. Markland knocked it down with the blocker, but she didn't throw the rebound exactly where she wanted, so the Little Flyers maintain offensive possession. Latour battles Beattie for it, wins that one, tipped up by Hansen. She chips it forward for Ulrich. It's possibly a 2-on-1. Ulrich gets caught from behind by Conway with the big back check. She's got good wheels, 13. She also wears a C on the front of the jersey. Here comes Vukovic looking for room, gets it knocked off the stick. Beattie knocked it in. It looked like it was offside, but the ref was right there. He said it was on. Sent up. Rockets prevent the centering. Menikillo was trying to get loose. Conway shielded her off. Menikillo hustles off for a change. Otto goes around one, but can't get around the second. Picked up and fired on the net by Deletto, who had a nice assist on the goal at the end of the first period. That one will be sent down by the Rockets, but it's going to die on its end. No icing. Cook was there trying to pick it off. Matone has to take it out of the zone. Sends it to an area where there are all Rockets, and Connolly didn't see Cook needing 2 more steps to exit the zone, and it's an offside. 13:52 left, period 2. Little Flyers 2, Rockets nothing. 13-7, the shots for the Little Flyers. They have both of the shots here in this period so far. 11-7 after 1. Deletto, near side corner, gets joined by Redmond. Is able to spin, send it all the way through the crease. Nobody got it. Connolly was up there with Otto. Otto got a little puck luck. Centering feed knocked away by Matone with the backhand, and it's into loose ice. Connolly will try to outskate Otto for it, even though Otto had 3 steps. She knocked it down to about a 2-step lead by the time there. Cook knocked that one down, picked up by Jacobus for a moment, but Matone had to shift back there instead of jumping up to get the puck because Calci was 5 feet behind her on the other side. So Grace Matone, with eyes in the back of her head, figured that one out. Nieves to Cook, couldn't handle it cleanly, gets it down low. It's off a pad, and it nearly redirected, but Erdman saw it and threw a right pad out. It went off of one of the Little Flyers shin pad and redirected on goal as Rizzo hustles back in case that was not an icing, and it is an icing. So 12:40 left, period 2. Rockets trying to do what the legendary coach Bill Parcells said is the most important thing. He was a football coach, but it applies to hockey. Get the 0 off the board. That's what the Rockets need to do. Before you can worry about anything else in the game, get the 0 off the board. Face off. Rizzo got tied up there on the near side. Nieves now picks it up, sends it for Rodriguez, but a little too strong. Rodriguez, as she often does, turns a loose puck into a puck battle, and then she wins a bunch of them. That one's sent down. That should be icing, and it is. At first, the referee looked like he wasn't going to call icing, and then he realized that the player firing it down was a couple of feet behind the end line, and it'll be an offensive zone draw. Ulrich will take it. Hansen in the slot. Menikillo on the far side wing. Bruno at the right point. Latour cheats down between the points as the left defenseman. Capecci wins it with the left skate as both players were tied up in the circle. Hansen was putting pressure on Erdman to try to make her get it out, and Erdman responded to it, and the Flyers have the puck now into the Rockets zone. Rogers tries to center it, but Bruno knocked it down. Capecci's there, and she's looking to spin off a couple of defenders, and she does that. Centering feed, and Markland had to knock it away because there were 2 Flyers bearing down on her if she didn't. Latour picks somebody's pocket over there. It was Troiano. Sent up for Hansen. She's got to try to get around Conway, but Conway had the position. Rogers picks it up and sends it deep. Conway's ahead of her. She's usually a defenseman, so she hits the brakes and retreats to the point. Little Flyers trying to work their change out. They were a little ragged over there, and they have not changed cleanly, but they're making up for it because they have the puck in the Rockets' end, and they're possessing it. So the Rockets had a real good chance to take advantage of rare sloppiness by the Little Flyers, but they cover their warts by their puck possession. They made a series of bad changes, and it just simply didn't matter because they possessed the puck the whole time. That's when you're facing a good team. Hansen trying to get behind the D. She took a hook from Troiano. She gets into the zone and will send it down low as she's at the end of her shift. Frustrated, slams the stick into the sidewall. Picked off nearly at the point by Menikillo. Beattie and Menikillo just out of picture right below us. Will battle for it. Now Menikillo does get it down low and will hustle all the way off to to change and complete the change. Connolly now out with Landstrom and Cook. Cook got slew-footed from behind right there. Conway came up and she kicked the skate out of Cook. They play on. Landstrom picks it off of Conway, but Vukovic comes in and grabs the puck before anybody else can. She negotiates it all the way in. She gains the corner. She takes it behind the end line. Matone ties her up. Matone shrugs her off, but it's picked off by Hahn. Hahn tries to get it through the middle, and she can't. Rockets will move out. Connolly gains the line of center and dumps it in from the RSG logo right in the middle of the ice as the Rockets change on the right side of your picture cleanly. The things that are not on the score sheet are you make dump-ins, you change cleanly. How does it help the overall play? Well, Connolly did that there. You're never going to see it on a score sheet, but if you watch closely, those are the things that can make a difference in a tight game sometimes. Centering feed, Rockets trying to tie up everybody in front, and they do a good job protecting the house. The house is the point from the top of the crease all the way through the slot, that area between the circles. That's what they call the house. Imagine it's shaped like home plate coming out from the top of the crease. Rizzo trying to pick it up. Hahn jumped her from behind and knocked the puck away with a skate. Picked off there by Rodriguez. Again, she makes apparently a possession from the other team into a 50-50 scramble and won that one. Toledo tries to get it all the way through. Rockets kept it in, but kept it from getting to Calci, but it was offside. Matone had to make that play. It was worth a shot, and if she didn't, Calci might have been off to the races. 8:25 left, period 2. 2-0 Little Flyers over the Rockets. Rockets in the base white jerseys, Little Flyers in, it might look like black, but they're actually base charcoal. A nice looking color when it's offset with the orange and the black. So they don't quite have the same jerseys as the Philadelphia Flyers, the same exact color scheme. Here's a wrist shot. Markland knocked that one away. It bounced high and far into the far corner. Comes to the point, and there's a wrist shot. It gets all the way through. Markland got a save. It's loose in front, and she dives out to cover it. So Erdman got the shot from the point. Adriana Erdman, 19. She got it through a lot of traffic there, and Markland had to make the save. Markland takes a while to get up, and her teammates are over there. She seems to be none the worse for wear. Rockets do have this change allowed. Latour was out there in the approved time by the far side referee, you could see in the left of your picture, and then it's just a matter of getting the extra player off the ice. Little Flyers win the faceoff. Triano goes high-low for Steck. Steck will lose it against the boards. Fox to Menichello to the center. Erdman under pressure by Ulrich, who pops the puck near her dad, who was trying to make sure that he would catch it if it popped over the glass. Bob Ulrich, we wanted to test your glove hand there. Rockets get the puck in deep, but they don't have possession, and the Little Flyers turn it right out. Steck trying to send Capecci. It's moved in by Capecci, tees up a wrist shot. Markland knocked it down and controlled the rebound right to Ulrich. Ulrich wasn't really in the spot that you want to send the rebound to, but Markland passed it to her very clearly. Battle along the end boards. Menichello tries to send it for Ulrich. Rogers is going to jump in there, pick that puck up, skate it out, look for Steck, gets it over to Steck, who gains the line of the offensive zone and dumps it to the far corner, where Rogers picks it back up. Latour knocked it away from her, but the Little Flyers were changing. It comes up the middle for Menichello, spins around one, trying to get through another for the dump, and she does. She got it past Otto, and she was at the end of her shift, so she wasn't looking to break in. That's going to be an icing if it goes all the way down. It does. 6:33 left, period 2. Rockets trailing 2-0. Both of the goals were in the first period. The shots are 16-8 in favor of the Little Flyers, 5-1 in period number 2 for the Little Flyers. So the Rockets need to do that thing where they don't need to get a lot of shots to generate a lot of offense. This is not an offense that is predicated on shot volume. Redmond spins it away from Vukovic. Otto picks it up at neutral ice and skates it in. Kira Otto, 67, tries to cut to the middle. She does cut to the middle. She just does it without the puck because Cook had something brewed up for her and took it away. 6 players battle for the puck on the near side wall. We'll call it kindergarten soccer, and Grace Matone must have been good at kindergarten soccer because she ended up with the puck. Far side point, Conway spins and sends it in with 5:55 left in period 2, and the Little Flyers holding a 2-0 lead. Rogers comes to the near side corner, sends it below the end line for Beattie. She's battled by Matone. Vukovic trying to shrug a couple of people off. The extra Rockets there. And Landstrom was the one who rang it around the end boards. Connolly and Smiley trying to battle for it on the far side boards. Beattie jumps in to pick it up. Conway through traffic. It nearly got all the way through. Beattie tries to put a shot on goal, but Redmond blocked it away with the left shin pad. Matone and Beattie battle for it below the end line. Matone's going to win that one, but Otto pinches all the way in from the point. Cook gets it, fires it down. It's not an icing because it hit right off of Otto's stick blade, and that is a cover by Erdman with Connolly bearing down and Conway in the lead. So the Rockets draw the offensive zone faceoff. Nieves will take it. She's got Mia Rodriguez in the slot, Luisa Rizzo on the left wing, Lauren Fox at left point, Peyton Jacobus, PJ, cheating all the way down between. It comes to Fox, who sends it to Jacobus, who was under pressure by Deletto. Nieves trying to beat Deletto there. Jacobus keeps it in! Tries to send it down low, but it's picked off by Calci. Calci steers it around under pressure from Rizzo. She's got to break away to Deletto. Deletto bears in on Markland. Backhand. Markland save. Rebound is there. Wrist shot. Markland knocked it down. Loose in front. They blow the whistle. They blow the whistle. No goal. They blew the whistle. It's a break for the Rockets. The puck was loose. It was out there. The Little Flyers faithful are right in front of it over there. We could see the puck still from here, but the backside ref lost sight of it and blew the whistle. The Rockets get a break. No question. They got a break right there. So the breaks tend to even out. We saw the first penalty of the game. It went to Redmond, and I say we, meaning me, thought it should have been an even up. Here comes Rodriguez on a 2-on-1. Gets down low, fires it just wide. Nieves was bearing down. Nieves sent it through the middle, rather over the end line. Rodriguez and Rizzo were there. Rizzo tries to send it for Fox, but Deletto's going to jump out with it. She's got a 2-on-1 with Hahn. Deletto over to Hahn, tries to tee it up. Wrist shot, she fired it wide. Rockets are on the ropes here. Let's see if they could turn it around with a counter punch. Here's a 3-on-2. Nieves dumps it in, and that line is changing. It's a clean change. Ulrich puts pressure on Erdman. Hansen with the trap, knocks it away. Menachillo picks it up, moves it to the middle, looking to get it down low for Hansen. Hansen was there, but Erdman got a stick on it. Ulrich runs Erdman into the board. She got away with that one. Ulrich got away with one. So 2 Rocket breaks now going their way. Ulrich should be in the box for that one. She took down Erdman. There wasn't any question about it. You can't quite do what she did there. So it's about even on the breaks. The big one though, the whistle with the loose puck. So the Rockets and the Little Flyers, really nothing to complain about when you're on the general ledger. I worked in accounting for my sister one year, the most brilliant accountant you've ever met in your life. So I know what a general ledger is. Debits and credits, they're even for this game. Redirected with a high stick, that's going to blow the whistle unless the Rockets touch it, and they do. Sent for Hansen. She's got Conway to beat over there and doesn't have an angle. Has to hit the brakes, fires it, handcuffed Erdman, but Erdman caught it with the body and didn't let the rebound hit the ice for the whistle. 2:42 left, period 2. Shots 19-9 for the Little Flyers, who have a 2-0 lead. They're in the mostly dark jerseys. The Rockets are in the mostly white jerseys. That's the easy way that we can explain it. Face-off battle on the far side after Capecci won it, but the Rockets steal it away. Cook out there with Minichello. Minichello trying to get it out from behind the end line. Landstrom, oh boy, she had a puck that just wouldn't sit down for her. She took a whack at it, and it just jumped over her stick. Oh, Barbara Landstrom, LBL. Would have gotten the Rockets on the board right there. Near side wall. Up but not out. Matone sends it on net. Erdman knocks it down. Conway picks it up, can't get it all the way through the stick. That wasn't Conway, that was Troiano. Capecci gets it knocked away. Connolly tries the stuff shot, but Erdman was down. If she had lifted it, she might have been able to sneak it through. She wasn't getting it through on the ice. Bunted all the way out, smacked all the way out, not bunted, for the icing. So the Rockets putting pressure on here late in the second period. They don't have to get one, but boy, it would be real nice if they could walk into that third down 2-1 instead of 2-0. With 1:44 to operate, Landstrom will take the face-off with Cook in the slot, Connolly on the far wing, Fox and Jacobus right to left on defense. Smiley wins the draw. Otto picks it up, sends it off the boards for Beatty, who has a little room and hits the skates of Smiley. Vukovic chipped it forward for Smiley, who leaves it for Beatty at the point, and she tries to leave it for Perrin at the point, but only Cook was there. Cook trying to skate through 2 or 3 Little Flyers players. Boy, she was looking to pick off that D-to-D pass from Vukovic, who was back-checking in the defensive role, even though she's a forward. Otto with 1:10. And the Little Flyers trying to set up. Jacobus trying to chase that puck down. Vukovic's in front. Her plans were snuffed by Markland knocking away a centering feed. Otherwise, it could have been 3-0. Jacobus trying to make something happen. Gains the line on the left side. Takes it all the way down. Centering feed. And Rodriguez was trying to get to that puck. She had to protect herself. Oh, there's going to be a penalty. Vukovic's going to go. She checked Jacobus from behind and into Rodriguez. And they're going to give her the cross-checking call right there. And that's a dangerous one because she cross-checked a player into another player. Sometimes they will call that a double minor or even a 2 and 10 if the cross-check was high. And because of a taller player doing it to a more diminutive player, that stick was high in the area of the helmet. No 2 and 10. So with 41.1 left in the second period and the Rockets trailing 2-0, they have a power play. The shots are 20-10 for the Little Flyers. Hansen wins it to the corner. Landstrom tries to go to the point. Eventually it gets there, but not the way conventionally. Latour, wrist shot goes wide. Maybe Erdman got a piece. Kept in at the point by Minichello, trying to create some room. Minichello down the middle, wrist shot. Erdman got the blocker on it, but it went one way and not the way she was expecting. This one's going to be fired down unless it takes a funky bounce or really slows down. It's going to be an icing, and it gets over the line. Boy, the speedy Avery Hahn nearly chased that one down. 18. She's always one to watch, and she and Aaron Bruno discussing their future as speed skaters. We know Aaron has had a dual life as a figure skater, the brilliant 16. 13.4 left in the period for the Rockets to work with. Little Flyers win the face-off. They have a chance to get a breakaway. She's got 5 seconds. DeLetto comes in, wrist shot, saved by Markland. Maybe it hit the post, and time expires in the period. Oh, the Rockets just survived that one. They exit the second period with a 2-0 deficit. Some players on the Little Flyers started to celebrate, thinking that the puck went in. It hit what they call in soccer the 90 degrees, the angle, the right angle on the top left. And there you could see the scoreboard, 2-0 Little Flyers. After 2, they have a 20-11 edge in shots, which means in the second period they had 9 and the Rockets had 4. Kukulik will have 1:19 left in the box on the cross-checking penalty when we resume play. So the Rockets really needing to cash in on any opportunities. The Little Flyers are a brilliant team. They don't make many mistakes. They don't make many miscues even. But they're not perfect, and they've had 2 penalties, so have the Rockets, and they've cashed in on 1. The Rockets haven't cashed in on a power play yet. The second period is known as the period of the long change, but a key sequence in that period came when the Little Flyers were unusually sloppy on their change. They were practically playing with 4 players at a time for about a span of 10 to 15 seconds. They just couldn't quite get organized, and one player jumped on the ice and another player jumped into the bench, and they weren't joining the play because they didn't want to get penalized for having too many players on the ice. The Rockets couldn't take advantage because the Little Flyers were able to keep possession the whole time. So they were able to get that change sorted out. Now, in the first or the third period, if you change like that, you don't have the benefit of subbing your players in and out in the offensive zone. They'd have to go all the way in the defensive zone, 2 zones away in the offensive zone if they're not in the defensive zone. And you don't want to change when you're in the defensive zone because you're taking players out to defend. So they covered their mistake by doing that. And the Rockets, if they make similar mistakes in team defense, that's when the Little Flyers are able to capitalize. And it did happen on a 2-on-1 right near the end of the first period when Kayla DeLetto was able to jump in and steal a face-off in the defensive zone, breaking mostly on a 2-on-1 with Jenna Calci, and negotiated a sharp angle pass from the left wing all the way to the right doorstep, and Calci put it in. That changed the complexion of the game. It made it 2-0. Erdman defends the goal to your YouTube right. Markland on the left, and for some reason it's 4-on-4. They've given Redmond some kind of penalty. I don't know why. I don't know what the call is. So we'll play 4-on-4 hockey. The stuff I told you about the power play, apparently untrue. Redmond in the box again for the 3rd time in the game. I never saw the call. I never saw the infraction. The last play of the period was a clean breakaway. 4-on-4 hockey for a bit. Let's see if the Rockets can get the 0 off the board. Ulrich and Minichello up front. Jacobus and Fox on defense. Jacobus jumps all the way down, looking for an open spot, trying to get it to Minichello in front. Minichello had it for a moment, but Erdman picked it off. Fox kept it in. No, she didn't. 40 seconds left in 4-on-4 hockey, and then the Little Flyers will have a 41-second power play. Rockets will try it with Rizzo and Hansen up front. Hansen wins the face-off. Bruno tried to dump it. Perrin picked it off. Nice bounce for Hansen. Wrist shot, save Erdman, no rebound. They actually just put a shot up on the board to the Flyers. Maybe that was from before. Hansen and Rizzo again up front. Latour and Bruno. Bruno spins, tries to fire it in. Beattie took it away from her. It's a 2-on-2. Beattie trying to get down the middle. Latour knocks it away from her. Conway's going to try to pick it up under pressure from Rizzo. Rizzo and Latour work the trap. Rizzo couldn't get the pass there from Latour on the outlet. And now Bruno retreats, gets it to Hansen. Rockets have a penalty kill on their hands now. Rizzo, oh boy, the puck just took a funky bounce off the boards for her. She was trying to get into a one-on-one with Conway. Power play now has 30 seconds left. Little Flyers, Beatty's wide open, tees it up. Shot is a save by Markland with the right toe. She nearly had her moving the other way. Hansen smacks it out. Otto has it. Rizzo's trying to put pressure on her. Will she force the turnover? She forces at least a pass and allows the defense to change. Bukalik down the middle, tries to steer it away. Rizzo picked it up. Hansen gets it, pops it out. That's off of a Flyer stick. That puck should be out of the zone on the face-off. They are going to call it inside the zone. That hit the stick of one of the little Flyers, and that is why the puck jumped all the way out. The players are setting up outside here for the face-off, and I think this referee is going to be overruled by his counterpart on the far side. One's saying here, the other's saying there, and they're going to face it off in the defensive zone. I think this is a mistake. I don't know how that puck was going to fly all the way over the boards. I heard the hit from puck to stick. But we are at even strength now. Puck battle over there as Landstrom is up front with Connolly and Cook. Matone and Fox now the defense pair as the Rockets change it up. Otto looking to get it in. She does, but Fox picks it up, takes it behind the end line. Rockets got a lot of time still, but they have to create some chances quickly. They call an offside over there. Didn't see that the little Flyers were offside, but they called it. I'm watching the game with my eyes, and I have a camera right in front of me, so sometimes stuff that you see very clearly at home, I'm being obscured by the camera that's sort of right in front of part of my field of vision as that one gets all the way through and Markland knocks it away. Goes below the end line on the far side. Landstrom reverses it, but it gets picked off by Calci. She sends it right up the middle. Perrin tees it up, but somebody got a piece of it. It might have been Matone. Matone battling for it. Puck loose in front. Redmond calmly picks it up, but Hahn takes it away. Hahn sends it on net, but Redmond got a piece of it first, and Markland knocked it down and covered it up. 13:54 left in the game. 2-0 Little Flyers. They got one just about 3 minutes in on the power play, one with 41 seconds left in the first, and neither team has dented either net since. As Lauren Fox sends it toward the front of her own net. It's battled for along there. It's 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Jacobus chips it for Hansen. Hansen's going to gain the line of center and dump it in with one Tootie and 4 dark jerseys. Jacobus gets shaken down from behind. They don't call it, and Abby Rogers has a breakaway. Here comes Rogers. She comes into the backhand, and she hit the post. 2 posts. Things are picking up in the physical play now, and bodies are flying all over the place, and no whistles here for either way. Manichello trying to chip to come forward. That one popped in offside as Erdman stepped into Hansen. So that's a case where you could see it right there. The players are playing aggressive. They're going after pucks, and if the puck is there and you run into another player, you're just playing hockey. Now, if that other player is more stout than you and you're the one that ends up falling, that's not a penalty, and often on the Rockets, because they have a lot of players of that type of makeup, they often get called. It hasn't happened tonight that we've seen. Rizzo jumps in off the face-off, was trying to maybe get around Erdman, but has to dump it in. Troiano spins around. Nieves and Rizzo trying to work the trap over there, but Beatty's going to get it on the far side wing, and Rodriguez knocked it away. Nieves over to Rodriguez. Rizzo circling down the middle. It's loose in front. Oh, Rizzo gets a hit. Gets 2 hits after the whistle. Erdman covered it up. Rizzo was looking for a rebound. And the little Flyers kept the post-whistle hits to just little pushes. Nieves kicks it forward inadvertently. Rizzo trying to steal it away from Otto, but Otto turns the corner. Now she's going to have to try to shield off Nieves, and now she's going to try to get through Bruno and can't complete the triumvirate. Vukovic uses the feet and the stick and the reach. Still has it, spinning. Latour trying to shrug her down. Vukovic still with it, centers it in front. Beatty with a one-timer, but Markland with a big pad save. Harry Ellis has the pads and 2 posts to thank to keep it 2-0. Because the Rockets have been a staggered heavyweight here at times in the third, just on their last legs as the little Flyers have looked to deliver that knockout blow. But the Rockets are just hanging on the ropes looking for that one haymaker where they could get themselves back into this game. Nieves chips it off the boards. This should maybe be an icing. They wave it off. I don't know why there's no icing there. Doesn't matter because that gives Avery Hahn a lot of ice, and she's turned on the Jets for the first time this game. They've kept Hahn in check. Shrugged down by Landstrom. Cook picks it up. Cook's going to gain the line. Has somebody with her. It's Connolly. Tried to get it down low for Connolly. Connolly battles Erdman. Erdman shakes her off. Erdman gets through 3 Rockets forwards at once and gets the puck all the way out of the zone. Up the right wing, Calci tees it up. Markland knocks it down, covers it up with the stick, traps it with the glove. Whistle and a stoppage of play. 11 minutes left in the third period. The Rockets trail 2-0. To the little Flyers, they've played them tight. They've been on the ropes here in the third, and at the end of the second, 2 posts have kept them within striking distance. 1 on each end of the ice. Can they figure out a way first to get on the board? And then if they do, they figure out a way to even this contest. That one tipped by Hahn to negate the icing. She spins off. Ulrich looking to hit the home run, firing it right at you. That's going to be no icing. Looked like Deletto or Redmond might have been able to get a piece. Neither did. It was just fired right past them, but no icing. Rockets are going to try to break out. It's a 3-on-3. Minichello tries to steer off of Hahn, centers it for Ulrich. Ulrich was looking to knock it down with the skates. Couldn't get it with the skates or the stick. Deletto's going to send Calci on another breakaway. Jacobus cuts it and breaks it up! Jacobus flashed like it when you hit hyperspace in the asteroid game. She just came out of nowhere and broke up the play. Knocked down by Hansen. She's got to wait to pick it back up. Takes a slapper to get it in deep. And has Ulrich chasing after it. Ulrich tries to go to the point. Fox got a piece of it. It's going to jump out of the zone as Rodriguez was there, but she sent it in offside. Flyers coach looking for the intentional offside, but Rodriguez was with 2 players right in front of her, might not have seen anybody right in front. If it's an intentional offsides, they can bring the face-off down into the defensive zone. Nieves, Rodriguez, and Rizzo, the trio, can they be the ones that get this moving for the Rockets? Can they have this lead? Who's going to do it? Nieves over to Rodriguez, trying to center it. Rodriguez still battling over there. Sticks get up, bodies coming around. Rockets are going to be short-handed once they touch up this puck. Rogers is going to get to it first, though. Center it for herself. Rockets finally knock it away, and they blow the whistle. So the Rockets are going to be shorthanded with 8:46 left in the game. They're going to get Mia Rodriguez for roughing. So Rodriguez, 36 in white, will head to the box, a place that she has not been very much this season. And the plot thickens for the Rockets. 8:46 to work with. Connolly and Cook up front to start the penalty kill. Bruno and Latour, the potent defensive unit, rounding it out. Erdman at the point will send it right on net. Knocked down by Marklin, who sent it for Bruno. Bruno looking for open space. Bruno chips it forward. Erdman can't handle it. Connolly was going to try to put pressure and take a shot, but that wasn't really the stars lining up. Bruno gets it, sends it in. She'll pursue herself as Connolly backs her up. Latour is going to grab this one on the clear. The Rockets will move the puck into and then out of the zone. Little Flyers will move it in. Vukovic leaves it for Smiley. Wrist shot, loose in front on the rebound. Marklin got just enough to sweep it away from Vukovic. Centering feed. Bruno tied up a stick of Beattie. Vukovic gets it. She's trying to slow the game down here. She's got a lot of vision. She's a deft passer, a good shooter, and a big puck handler. Latour 1-on-2 with now a minute left in the penalty kill. Beattie gonna take her time. She's got Smiley in the middle, tries to send it to her, but waited a moment too long. I close my eyes only for a moment, then that moment's gone. Troiano gets all the way down, and she had a shot that was saved, and the rebound went wide. Marklin is prone in front, and somehow they don't get the puck in front because the Rockets defenders come down and just take away every possible pass at exactly the right time. Marklin doesn't have her stick. Latour tries to get it to her. Vukovic fired it wide. Latour using the body. Now the skate. 24 seconds. Marklin trying to grab her stick. Just can't get a handle on it. So she's still down. She's still trying to get it. She now has the stick again. It's in front. Smiley with one shot and two. And it's knocked away. Cook will take the icing gladly. And the Rockets will be able to change their penalty killers with 8 seconds left in the short-handed situation and 6:54 left in the game. They trail 2-0. Two posts, one at the end of the second and one about 6 minutes here into the third, have kept it 2-0. The Rockets have 13 shots, the Little Flyers have 31. If the Rockets can find a way to dent the net, they can completely change the complexion of this game. The modus operandi, get one and try to steal it. Hansen knocked it away from Conway, looking for a little help. Ulrich in a 2-on-1 with Menichello if the puck bounces right, but Otto retreats to get it. The Rockets are at full strength again. Hahn sends it in over the line to Deletto. Deletto looking to center it back to Hahn, but didn't get it through. Menichello's 1-on-1 with Otto. She'll sweep it to the middle. She's going to draw attention behind her. Still has it. Still with it. Still trying to get it. Otto finally is able to steal it away. Redmond right up the middle. Hansen couldn't get to it before Conway did. Conway brought it in. Rockets collide. Deletto wrist shot blocked away by the left shin pad of Grace Matone, 89 in white. Avery Hahn trying to get the wheels moving. The Rockets haven't let her do it. They've kept her in check for this one, for the moment. Calci gets it knocked away, and the Rockets get it out of the zone, but they don't get possession, and the Little Flyers turn it quickly and regain possession in the zone. Hahn looking to send it down low for Calci. She does. Calci centering feed. Marklin swatted her away with the paddle of the stick as we're down to 5:30. Time not yet a factor. In a 2-goal game, we typically say time a factor, as there's a wrist shot that was knocked off of Ulrich. I think it might have deflected off of her stick and then her face. Well, her face mask. Wrist shot goes over the crossbar height. Marklin was there with the glove in case it didn't. Erdman trying to get it through traffic. Runs into Hansen. Centering feed. She couldn't get the stick on it. Good Hahn. Rockets were living on the edge there a little bit. That went through Rogers, 98, and Matone, 89. Rockets will take the icing and regroup with, by the time the whistle blows, 4:49 left. Erdman wondering where the penalty was. Hansen didn't connect really so much with the hit as with the push. And with the puck there, that's the key, that's the difference. It's sort of like a quarterback. Those calls would be kind of like roughing the passer, except you can't make a hit, you can't make a check. You make contact and then you make a push. Keep your stick low while you're doing it, and that's why they didn't blow the whistle there. But we have seen that call a bunch of times. And on the general ledger, I have it about even in terms of who's got the breaks and who's got the calls. 4:35 left in the contest. A lot of chatter between the teams on the bench and the players on the ice, and now the Rockets are going to have a power play. I didn't see what the call was over there. But the Rockets with 4:35 left, Rogers goes into the box. I didn't see what the call was. Let's see if there's going to be a timeout called. Timeout. Rockets are going to take a timeout. So, did anybody see the call? Nobody saw the call. So I don't know why Rogers is in the box, but could be myriad things. But the Rockets will have their third power play of the game. They have 4:35 left in the contest and 2 minutes with the man advantage, which they would like to truncate. They would like to put one in the net and let Abby Rogers out of the box as soon as possible. They trail 2-0. The shots are 31-13 for the Little Flyers. They've yielded just 2 shots to the Rockets in this period. They yielded 7 in the first period and 6 since. That seems like the bad news for the Rockets. The good news is, we often tell you, they do not need a lot of shots to score a lot of goals. If they count shooting percentage with accurate stats, the Rockets would have a pretty high one because they don't often ring up high shot totals and they do often put pucks in the net. The Rockets want to test Alex Erdman, who's in the box, in the net, and she has no counterpart now. The Rockets with 4:35 left will go 6-on-4. They've pulled Arialis Markland. Hansen on the draw, Jacobus up front with Nieves and Latour, Minicello and Fox stand at the points. 6-on-4, they win the face-off and Fox dumps it deep. Erdman going to try to get that. Jacobus centering feed, loose in front. Latour smashes at it, and Erdman gets the right pad on it. Rockets now trying to gain possession. Fox will send it toward the net, but it goes behind. Jacobus pinches all the way down. She's really playing more of a forward here. Fox and Minicello. Here's Minicello. Through traffic, it's knocked down. It might have hit Hansen. Setting up are the Rockets. Here's Minicello between the points. Gets it down low, is looking for Nieves to redirect it. Hansen in front is the one battling over there. There's a player down as everybody pushes and shoves. It's a mad scramble. Fox can't get it through traffic. Smiley got it. Vukovic got a piece of it. Rockets send it off the glass. They have 1:35 left in the power play, and they have the goalie out. Nieves was in front. Oh, Latour was looking for her for the feed. Sent down low, but it's kicked away by Smiley. This banked off the boards. It might go into the empty net, and it goes just wide for the icing. Oh, wow. That one, when they talk about a game of inches, get your rulers. .68 seconds in the power play. It's a 6-on-4 because the Rockets have pulled their goalie. Ulrich with Rizzo and Rodriguez up front. Latour still out there. Matone and Redmond. Face off one. Redmond gets it, chips it off the boards, picked up, knocked out of the zone. Redmond holds her spot, sends it into the bench, and I think they'll face it off on the dot at center, and that is the call. Redmond laughing about that. They're going to put the goalie back in, so the Rockets need to take 2 off there because they had switched 1 out. So off the center zone draw, Coach Jacobus decides to put the goaltender back in. It's still a power play for 50 seconds. Sent in. Capecci will try to keep it down low, and she does for Beatty. Beatty trying to shake off a couple. Rockets need to do what they call 2 on the puck. They have a power play here. They have an extra player out there. You got to get possession of the puck. You're not looking for breakaways here. You got to get possession of the darn thing. And Nieves obliges. Here comes Markland out of picture. She will jump off. Latour jumps on. Banked off the boards on the far side. Rockets trying to keep it in. Banked off the boards on the near side now. If it exceeds the line, it's icing. Rogers is... That's not Rogers, that's somebody else. Rogers is in the box, or is it Rogers? Rogers is out of the box. Rogers is out of the box, but there's still time on the penalty. What am I missing? Rogers left the box. There was still 10 seconds left on the penalty. Unless I missed something egregiously. There was 4:35 on the clock with the penalty. Rogers was streaking in. There was still 8 seconds left on the penalty clock and 2:43 on the game clock, and Abby Rogers was skating in there. So I must need eyes in the back of my head or something. I need a spotter and a crew. Otherwise, I would have been able to figure that one out. Rockets will still play with the net empty now with 2:23 left. It's 6 on 5 and not 6 on 4. Little Flyers dump it in. They have a 2-0 lead that they're trying to hold. The Rockets need to outman them here to get the puck out of the zone. Can they do it? Centered in front. Hansen stands sentry. She practices that. She can play goal without any goalie equipment, as there's the offside. Let's see if they call it a center ice or a defensive zone draw. No intentional offside. Markland will now repatriate the goal. So it's 5-on-5 hockey, and they're going to do it at the far dot in front of the Little Flyers bench. Time is a factor now, and the Rockets decided it was a factor with 4:35 left. Little Flyers win the face-off, wait for a couple of Rockets to come in. They have a 2-on-1. Minichello's trying to break it up. She does. Toledo trying to get the loose puck and send it to Calci. They combined on goal number 2, the one that really kind of changed it. Clock now. Rockets just gained a few extra seconds on the clock, which hadn't started on time. Maybe that's to make up for the Little Flyer leaving the box 10 seconds early on a 6-on-4. Little Flyers come down the middle, blocked away by the skates of Menichello. Going to try to break out 2-on-1 with Hansen, but they've been out there for most of the last few minutes. Let's see if they have anything left. Menichello fires it over the net. It hits off the end boards and the glass, and Hahn brings it out to neutral ice. Hahn has it picked off by Ulrich for a moment. Rockets trying to get possession here. Markland is out of the net. She got out of there while we weren't looking. Ulrich is going to bring it in. Ulrich trying to establish some position. The Rockets have their 6-on-5. Can they gain the possession? Under a minute left. Nieves trying to battle for it. Rockets need to put 2 on the puck. They let the Little Flyers get it. Chip it up. Menichello can't keep it in. They're going to move it out. Menichello. Rockets are going to just have to blitz here or take a million chances if they want to somehow pull off a miracle. Nieves battling Beatty. Hahn picks it up. She's going to skate it D to D. Redmond picked it off. She's got to get it deep. Rockets changing a few behind the play. They're going to run out of time here no matter what happens. This comes out of the zone. 15 seconds left. Maybe they could get one and pull off the miracle of miracles. Menikillo at the net, fires it wide, 8 seconds. Vukovic picks it up. Net is empty. They're going to prevent her from scoring into that, and time's going to expire on the game. So the final score, 2-0 in favor of the Little Flyers. It was 1 on the power play by Vukovic, about 3 and change into the game, right after the start of a power play. And the big one was Calci from Deletto with 41 seconds left in period number 1 that made it 2-0, and nobody was able to dent the net after that. The Rockets did go 6-on-4 for most of a penalty with 4:35 left. There was some dubiousness there as there was still time on the penalty clock, and the player who was penalized was skating in on a breakaway to my surprise, but I might miss stuff. But I saw 98 on the ice, and I said, that can't be 98, and there was time on the penalty clock. But it seems like stuff like that happens whenever these two teams play. Final shots, 31-16 for the Little Flyers. They didn't double it up as the Rockets got a bunch toward the end. And you see them skating off on the near side, and Little Flyers picking up their stuff and their extra sticks, and will exit to their bench. We'd love for you to see the electric Zamboni that is now present at Bridgewater Sports Arena, or RSG Arena at Bridgewater, as the logo says in the middle, but nobody calls it that. And maybe we'll leave the opening remarks, the closing remarks here, a little extra lengthy so you could see this beautiful machine that's about to pull out of that garage to your right over there. It's spectacular. There's no smell. Nobody's pushing any plungers or anything like that, and the thing cleans beautifully, and it looks like a Matchbox car that you just bought for your 5-year-old. So that's going to do it from Bridgewater Sports Arena. Little Flyers take this one 2-0 over the Rockets. Rockets get a chance to even up things for themselves for the weekend when they host the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. Sunday, 3:15 p.m. scheduled face-off Eastern Time here on Rizzo Vision. And we hope that you join us. And if you've joined us for this one, no matter which side you're from, we appreciate it, because these are our daughters, our granddaughters, our great-granddaughters, our nieces, our sisters, our cousins, our friends. Or if you're watching on demand, yourselves. And it's great to be a part of girls hockey or women's hockey in 2023 and years past and years beyond, hopefully. So don't forget to check out any games in the archives, and if you haven't done that, we encourage you to do that. Hit the subscribe button and the alerts button, and then every time we go live for games or other things, or we do coach interviews and we upload them, or we also will often take the chance to upload a better, cleaner copy of the game afterward. So if you have this link and you try to go back to it in the future and you don't have access to it, go find the playlist for Rockets Girls Hockey 2022-23 and look for the title and the date of this game, and you should be able to find it. And if not, just post a comment or try to get a hold of me somehow, some way, and I'll direct you to it. One more time from Bridgewater Sports Arena in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Little Flyers 2, Rockets nothing. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Rockets Girls Hockey on Rizzo Vision.